Welcome back to the wonderful world of Essentials.tf. This is I, Turbo. I'm back again with Bum, and we're back with more of Insomnia71's open tournament of Team Fortress 2. Bum, I've got a deep philosophical question for you. How many hats does a Bitcoin buy from Marketplace.tf? Must be a lot. Aren't those Bitcoins like thousands and thousands and thousands? Sweet mercy.
I don't know. It's a decent. That's probably like 50 ref.
Yeah, pretty strong, pretty strong. Also, pretty strong sponsor we've got in the back there is it is Draytech. Almost forgot them for a second. It's just because we've closed their booth for the night in the Expedition Hall. But don't worry, fortunately you can go over tomorrow if you want to go say hi to them. We've got a little shout out to those boys as well. Anyway, we've got some more boys in the server. We've got our Praying Boys and our Biscuit Boys. It is going to be McVities HobNobs versus it's not good Christians, it's fine Christians. I'm learning.
The other one's good cooking, not fine cooking.
Yeah, it's just too many positive words. I think if we just go for a sweeping good across the board.
I already got them mixed up in the last game anyway. I thought that the team from our last game were the ones who were decked out in the jerseys, but it's fine Christians who are rocking the esports apparel. But anyway, we are getting into our game Gully Wash of HobNobs versus Fine Christians. I'm Bum, and this is Turbo. And Turbo, take us on trip to the mid.
Well, on trip, already the demos are actually surviving quite well. By this point, I've seen soldiers, I've completely jinxed it. Poor Naj does go down. Xeno's still kind of kicking in the world, though. So they need to kind of blob up here over on the side of McVities.
Oh no, Blob just got sword!
Oh no! Well, I mean, they've got a awkward advantage now about things. The sword is still out for this scout. Does he have any ammo? Is he trying to slay the beast?
Few models off.
Yeah, and the medic's left kind of to the winds, however, and Ches will go down despite getting that Uber-sword. A little bit of taunting as well.
The drop doesn't count, don't worry. We all saw you got the sword. It doesn't count, it doesn't count. But yeah, that was an interesting way to end it with the boss and Basher out trying to get the frag instead of playing normally. But
I mean, was he out of ammo? It happens.
I don't think you can fire like 38 scout ammo.
You have to hold down the button during rollout.
Ooh. And it was a fake. That's why no one was playing anyway.
Big fat capital.
There we go.
Oh no, that means it's coming back to us high again. So we're just kind of solidifying. Maybe we're just checking that wardrobe you were talking about earlier for any malfunctions.
If I'm Ches there, I'm using that demo anyway. I'm pretending I actually got a
Hello,
sword kill.
Beta. I have a fine frag for you. All right, if you're just joining us, I'll intro it, I guess, this time. Welcome to our continued coverage of the round robin. It's Fine Christians versus Mr. McVities Grandstanding HobNobs. Take us away on this middle here, please, Bum.
Yeah, and I'll intro the third one when they restart again. Swayze just gets drive-by'd on the way up, but both teams up on their own side now. The double bomb across from McVities, and it's gone very well for them. Demo and Medic immediately, but the 3 bombs from the enemy team are going to find their mark as well. In the end, it does look like McVities coming out on top, just regen, or Reagan left alive on the other team's side, and he will get taken down too. So McVities.
That's a nice boyfriend bomb on mid. You know, really, even some of the top players I haven't seen kind of like the timing kind of put down that well. You know, so potential here in the biscuit category for McVities HobNobs. Fine Christians, though, they aren't completely out of this. There's no Uber charge. Actually, there's a crit screen bubbling away for Swayze if we get to it. But there's no Uber charge in the mix for this last push, so they can set things up quite nicely here.
Blobchop's been trying to do flipping the cone on second for the last 30 seconds, waiting for his team to get here. Didn't successfully manage it, but shout out to him anyway. I watched your attempts. And yeah, Swayze coming up on the Kritzkrieg very soon. 70 on the default for Ches, just playing very close to that spawn.
All right,
need that first
Kritzkrieg ready. Usually you get one player first jumping in, but they're actually just going in quite dry, throwing in stickies across the board. Not a single kill. Oh, there we go. It finally fishes out, but the kind of dual sword aspect of that Kritzkrieg, it leaves you vulnerable and it leaves you to be fragged. He will go down, and he takes one stinking kill with him.
Yeah, Ches did eventually get the Uber during that and had to use it off immediately to save from the crits. There's a bomb onto point, but both the soldiers
Shadow
taken down now.
Fighting around point. Oh my god. Regen or Reagan, like just taking matters into his own hands and manages to keep the point well defended. They got some fight, they got some tenacity here in these Fine Christians.
Yeah, and Regen or Reagan going down again. I think we should pick one and stick
All right,
with
let's
it.
go with Regen. I like Regen.
Right, you go with Regen, I'll do Reagan. Then one of us will be right for the cast.
All right, Swayze. I'm pretty sure that's correct, though. Like, he's just chilling with another crit streak. They should see this coming, however, because they know they've been looking at the kill feeds. He wouldn't have gone down. I don't think he has an opportunity to pick up a med gun, so it's his crits or bust. No distraction again, they're just going for a fine sort of going in dry demo, man. They tag fortunately the tankiest classes in the entire game. We even switched off some of the players.
Oh, they're just playing point.
Oh,
Uber has to come out to block.
I mean, I think it might work out, however, because they throw enough players into the mix of the fight that this is just called a good Uber here, Tom.
Yeah, and Shadow caught in behind, tries something, but doesn't find any success. And yeah, this is an opportunity for Fine Christians to get back in the game. They can come in onto second, but everyone checks this spot. Everyone checks this spot.
Nobody checks this spot. Oh, it's completely wide open, and I wonder if the TVs will give it away. It won't.
Yeah, that's just the classic lobby spot. Doesn't get checked. I thought he was going to go for the med frag, but he had something even better in mind. And there we go. Pascal getting the first round on the board for McVities.
I mean, it's a painful loss now because having that first round up, very, very damning and like powerful place to play. It allows you to unlock those sort of stalematey plays and just kind of play the clock a lot more. And that was just one round, but you know, in a game where this is this tight, one round is quite nice.
Yeah, they've gone for the enemy side mid over on Fine Christians, and they've managed to make it work out a decent amount. But now they're stuck in enemy territory. They have to fight their way out of enemy choke, and Whip has other ideas. Takes down Ches, and Dombasek, last one standing, and will get taken down too. So McVities with the 2 for 2 on mid fights, 3 for 3 if you want to count the redacted one.
Yeah, it is a well, quite the haymaker, let's just say, of going right. I don't think it's really a viable option in my book. You just kind of throw it out there if you just want to change things up drastically and just go off the cuff, but doesn't work out quite this time. You can see why, and as they were setting up for last, we have an Uber charge actually to work with this time. Let's see what they have in the McVities cannon.
And they've managed to fully set up their last hold this time. That sentry was just getting tortured down before, but this time they have the full level 3 set up. They've got the pyro as well.
Any minute now. Any minute now, this Uber charge would come in.
Yep.
Any minute now. All the sticky traps, not this minute. Okay, we're just popping really early as they have the first objective, take out the sentry gun. They will do that, but they have rotating a few people around, getting a couple of spawners, rotating all the stickies and aggression. They managed to squeeze all the way onto point, but that's a lot of damage they've taken there as they play things a bit slower. Oh, it's coming down really close. Someone needs to get brave, though. Anybody. They're just reloading stickies, and there we go. Finally getting onto the point. Could have gone worse, as you know, some respawners coming up for Fine Christians, but the time was played just the last time.
Yeah, it could have been played better, could have been played worse. There was a lot of cap time focused out immediately. Everyone rotating through spawn at the exact same time for Fine Christians isn't what you want to see, but they eventually kind of got it back together, nearly won the fight, but McVities just an inch out in the end. And there's a very fast bomb from Whip and Blob going double elbow fast onto Ches and do take out the all-important medic. Swayze staying alive as well, at least for now. Regen and Dombasek pushing across the point. I think need to double up and get this frag together.
Yeah, the longer they drag this out, the more that medic is going to get invoked, and they're actually attempting to go for the medic's life instead, and actually gets the kill onto Swayze. I think a little more gun and a little less sword.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to get away with that. The blue players played it badly by delaying for so long, letting those buffs come back up on the double scout duo, but the ego got to their head.
Yeah. So we've got a 30% fat advantage over on Ches now, and they have the heals on their side.
Ches is going right past. Will Whip
they should call it out.
Whip, he's got another free medic kill from behind, but Ches with that accidental surf forwards just gets jumped in.
Oh, big air shot coming out from Blob Champ. That's worth a bit of beef from earlier.
And yeah, off the back of it though, K's good cooking. Oh, sorry, Fine Christians are just running this one forwards, but the forward spawns are coming in. Dombasek just gets taken down from right inside the forward spawn.
The sniper's still congregating in that spot, but they are aware of it. Sticky's on point. They will rotate out. Smart move.
Yep. Che with the big advantage this time has fallen down. It's going to take a while to not rotate back up. In fact, they're so desperate to go up from up top instead of just taking lobby. This is actually a pretty big hindrance to the Ubercharge advantage. We're up to 80% now on Swayze. That kind of slight movement fail might be the difference between having an ad push and just calling it even.
Yeah, everyone plays it so sheepishly, so careful with these Ubers when you're really just losing out on your advantage. There you go, completely gone. And, well, let's see if they can just do it the hard way here in this point. Shadow going down to an aggressive Xeno. I'm liking the aggression.
Oh, Whip's found his way in onto Ches as well. The surf is good, though. Gets around the corner, and Whip will be taken down.
I like him just taking advantage of the fact that Shadow's gone down. You know, there's no real risk of him kind of being missed here on this last point.
Yeah, at least for now. Shadow will spawn first, but obviously the further spawn back at mid. And yeah, the sentry gun going down is nothing to sniff at as the sack comes in from Dombasek, and Med popped up right against the wall and has to pop out the Uber as well. Yeah, Shadow's already committed to Spy though. They weren't expecting to get this floor so early.
I mean, if it's... They definitely won't expect a Spy now, if it's if this is the case. I do hope they don't hear the speakers from here,
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll keep it quiet. There's Shadow on the sniper, Pascal on the heavy. There's interesting, like...
Yeah, it's interesting dynamics. They've got advantage here over on Fine Christians. They could be pushing at any rate, any moment time, but they're just waiting on some more sort of plays synced up. And that was the play we were looking for. That's what I was being sheepish about. But the wolf, the big bad wolf, was there to prey on the little old lamb.
Yeah, and they're just going in with the Ubercharge at the exact same time as they get the med kill as well. But they're not finding the frag, so they're taking so much damage. Ches is very low. Blob is bombing in onto Naj, and somehow they've managed to beef this.
The DM! They just couldn't find them, and they had that awkward timing of Xeno just hiding behind the point with his sticky trap in between. And I think they just did add awful choice of post-Uber positions.
Yeah, they somehow just took all the same damage during that fight, I think. Everybody going down instantly at the same time.
And keep in mind, Shadow was on Spy, so once you kind of use that stab, you're done for. You're done. You're out of the game.
Could have just used the Uber without the Spy and had a straight-up advantageous fight, but well. What's done is done. We're back on last. McVities getting the gun up.
It's still a relatively close game. We have both teams showing tenacious, showing some fight in both of them, and
that's a bit of a more controversial one from Whip there. This definitely allows something to happen in towards last, having one of your soldiers down on
waiting on Uber though, and they're just spamming out the sentry gun. They're trying their best to defend it with the pyro, actually successfully so what a class.
Yeah.
Can't reflect bullets though, however. Could you imagine if there were just some bullets that really worked against the sentry gun?
Yeah, you really need a heavy, and I don't think anyone can be bothered.
Yeah, they're just kind of fishing for the sentry gun at this last point before they make any plays happen over on Fine Christians. Maybe a water play, as Tob managed to get in successfully. I'm not sure if they've kept tabs of him getting into water.
Lob has jumped up to the ring, and yeah, he's spotted him out now, so...
Yeah, so he's just going to be returning. Medic should be keeping him nice and buffed up. But it's going to be annoying, though, because he wants to kind of contribute one aspect to his team, but Blob is on the case and Tob is not.
Yeah, this would have been a good time for Shadow to bust out the Spy strat, but he's already shown his hand.
I mean, they won't suspect the Spy twice now, surely. Yeah.
Oh. Whip, again, going for something in lobby, and the sniper is as well. They're both taken down very low. Whip gets out, but the same can't be said for Shadow, and there's 1 minute on the round timer. McVities are going to be happy to just stall this. They're moving the sentry up to the even better spot as well to make this a little bit harder. Tob needs to hit a shot soon on this offensive sniper.
Yeah. Pascal even doing some spy checking as well. They are dedicated to the round reset at this point on. The only thing that could happen is just some kind of shenanigan plays, and they've all pointed it onto the top sniper. Sniper main, there's no sniper so far.
Got that sightline just for an instant, but not enough, and Shadow going down as well, and as expected, McVities aren't really going to do anything off this. Why would you push into an Uber on second?
There's 20 seconds left. They're going to finally push it now over on Fine Christians. They're playing the scout on the point, but they're chasing still with all their buff might over on McVities, and with the rest of everybody going down in water. Sentry Gun still kicking need, I remind you, Bum. This round is over.
Yeah, but they're actually putting point on second. They're putting time on the second point.
Oh.
They might want to play this out, which is an interesting one.
They do have Swayze up and like a tiny bit of advantage, so I guess they want to play it out here. There's no real setup on mid. I think this leaves Fine Christians a bit dazed and confused as well. Yeah,
there's no real reason to do that when you can go into the mids. You've been so consistently winning, but I guess they just want to go with this small advantage on Swayze either way.
Has been called out by Whip, so there should be no trap taking out an early play here. Good pressure though from Fine Christians. It just seems to be a better focus fire from these McVities. With one frag going the way, they're just going to give up mid, and the Uber charge is going to be coming here, Bum.
Yeah, Whip's got all the way in behind. There's Naj trying to sniff him out in lower, but everyone's gone back for the Whip distraction. They haven't seen this though. Swayze dropping.
Drop coming out.
Naj gets the debt. Dombasek was going to get the rocket in as well, so it was a double threat. And Dombasek still behind. Might find Xeno here. They're just trading damage.
Yeah, they are trying to see if maybe they can get the cap and then maybe get some forward respawns over on McVities, but I think they've always got to... Ooh, Xeno, last stand finally goes down, and another soldier committing to this forward. Blobcham will not go down without a fight, but he's got 19 HP, takes the soft load. Oh, does get bottled down by Naj. And, oh no, Scouts come back with a chariot.
It's a worthwhile taunt. You've got to get the taunt out. You know you're not
going to survive that, yeah. Whip. I don't know what Whip is doing. He's hanging out in water.
5 steps ahead of his team. He's trying to play chess while they're playing checkers, but
4 board games in one video game does not mix. 2-0, 16 minutes left. I mean, it's a cushion, I'm not going to lie, but it's not the comfiest cushion you've ever seen in the world.
That's going to come up for Swayze here if he doesn't get forced off. Does get knocked onto the low ground and loses 2 frags and gets taken down at 95%.
The follow-up rockets, they're just sinking one after the other.
They're running to last. Regen has to block this. Whip on last. You need to get on the point. Use your body.
Very, very close. But with 2 players and 2 souls behind, they're good as dead here, Bond.
Yeah, somehow this has just been... I thought it was too risky what the Fine Christians were going for, because Swayze was just about to get Uber right in front of them, but they just went balls to the wall in that fight.
Whoa,
they seem to have converted.
He's just like laid down his life for the cause, and Whip, he wants to be a bit more conservative about that.
Yeah, they needed to commit to that play together if that's what we're going to do, is go and push into mid.
Shadow. Looking at Choke. Oh, gets a shot, but everyone's nice and buffed and accounted for on the Fine Christians block.
Choke as well. Do they remember?
Whip. That's a fishing sort of kill. You thought you forgot about me.
The direct. Going for the direct there. Tom not getting the bonus time.
Nice little rock. Oh my God! Whip getting a bonus kill. And going back in. Is he going to get back to last, saving Private Ryan, and he doesn't need an army?
Wow, Whip somehow like getting that kill and getting out, all silly things to happen. And in fact, they've got so scared of
they're looking around. Where is the boogeyman? And the boogeyman's gone home. He's back in the closet. They're not giving up this second point without a fight.
Oh, the high double bomb landing onto Ches will get the force. Swayze not quite there yet. Does get the Uber and has to use it out as well.
Yeah, it's just looking very loosey-goosey between both of these teams. I can't help that. She's still got a bit of tail end Uber to come back into mid with. It does leave Shadow a bit kind of alone, but doesn't really get punished, however. And somebody needs to reset here, because I need a reset. And I'm casting. I've got Wallhack.
These guys are just permanently
pushing with 22 HP.
Blob hiding underneath, tries to go for his initial bomb, but...
You know, I'm a confident guy, Bum, but I don't think I'm pushing with 22 HP confident.
Whip goes for the free fire bomb again, but fully expected this time. He's used that trick too many times. Naj has it stickied off, and there's an advantage now for Ches. Will they finally be able to get around on the boards?
Yeah, they can't wait around. They keep playing and taking their time with this Uber for way too long. Fortunately, it's a very big advantage, and now they have enough trust and belief to go in. They spot this heavy weapons guy. He should go down relatively quickly, hiding out on the flank there. But the next point of call, deal with that soldier in the water, and they just can't deal with him. They're always so distracted from it, and the soldiers just reap the benefit. They do have a lot on the plate with 2 scouts on the board, and during this time, Xeno's like, "You're okay, buddy, you've got this. I'm sure, I believe in you." Spawner's coming back up. Pascal is back to the world of the living. Tom is actually finally gone all the way around for Xeno just to get killed off by the sticky trap. They've done their job here over on McVities.
Yeah, but Ches played this well. There was a good surf during the fight and manages to escape, so at least they'll have another advantage to have a second attempt at last, but they just used that entire Uber trying to shoot a heavy who was crouching in the corner. They literally spent all 8 seconds on that alone and couldn't really get any momentum going after that. 2 scouts at the end, not enough to take down those frags and get the round for Fine Christians, but as we said, the Uber charge advantage is still there. It's a small one. They're going to have to use it to the best of their abilities, no more delaying.
Yeah, they have them in a powerful position here, Fine Christians. I feel like this is a very telling push. If they can make this last point crumble and get a round on the board, they've got a game on their hands that they can play. They've this time flooded the water with 2 scouts. This is a very nice start to their play. A lot of cap time at the point and enough to get them that round. They're back in the game, baby.
Yeah, the HobNobs just forget that they have to stand on the point after that. Everyone went into the basement.
They haven't been watching our tutorial video at LAN.
Exactly. There's 4 red players surrounding the point, yet none of them on it, and it just gets capped by a med and scout under their noses. So here we are into another mid-fight. McVities have been looking good on these so far. We'll see if they can take another one. Domisek with a fast bomb lands on Pascal, but does get taken down, pays for it with his life. And Shadow now in with a solo bomb. He'll find Swayze at least, and now if they can keep Ches alive, there's at least a chance to refight the mid a little later.
Yeah, they're all backing out. Very clean just breakout. They do have a soldier awkwardly behind, hanging about on health pack. This might put the life of Ches in jeopardy as he has to jump across, but no real follow-up and chase from the McVities boys. I guess without those heals, they're feeling a bit... Whip coming around, whipping poor Ches in the face.
Yeah, and they don't stop, McVities. They're not happy to play at default as we'd expect them to. They go in immediately, and Whip finds what he needed.
Oh, no real support to that poor soldier there as he was going for some sort of double bomb, and Naj will get a kill for some morale on this team, but 10 minutes left and push back to the last. If you flip to your Cadus, Master TF2 booklet, you just choke out the team at this point. Keep them in this position. Run down the clock.
Yeah, but I don't think with 10 minutes left it's really what you want to be doing anymore. With that faster round timer, they're at least going to have an attempt to reset and win from mid once again. So
Xeno just going down to an array of stickies and some soldier spam. I mean, that's a big pick. I would do something like that. At least go for more.
Yeah, they don't seem to have the health or the classes to want to do it. They just kind of accept the fact there's no demo man anymore and do nothing on the side of Fine Christian. So Xeno's going to come back and hasn't opted for the spy from demo, as Yak would so often do, but he has left the door open for Pascal to get onto Sniper.
Yeah, and I mean, no sort of class checking religiously, believe it or not, on the Fine Christian lot. So they should be unaware of this sniper class. I mean, they're spamming the doors though, so they're clipping Summit, but I don't think they know it's a sniper getting hurt unless they've got those closed captions and the sniper's going, oh, ow, owie.
Yeah, he's just taken a buff. Maybe he shouted for a medic or something and they could know, but they're not playing as if they do, and now about to take the wide
engineer.
Angle, regen.
He's being healed by the dispenser as well. Oh, getting pot shots on the medic, however, can't quite find the pick. And the sniper does go down, and
They haven't adjusted the hold position off the fact that the sentry is down. A sack here would actually probably work wonders for McVities with Ches up against this wall and no sentry to really deny the sacks very efficiently. But McVities are just going slow with it, probably expecting the sentry to already be back up. Yeah,
Top
Whip is spamming.
Cobb's having a quick check. He should know that the sniper's back up and he's already in a nice little position to die.
And there's the double sack. They throw 2 soldiers in, but Ches manages to escape, gets into spawn. Whip now on the point. Probably
nobody chasing.
Yeah.
He's faking back to the point. Will go down actually as he comes back up to life. And with 3 players down, they have a case to make a push out here, but they have to play it smart. They're going from the other lower door.
Yep, got to just avoid those stickies and you might be able to play this one, but they are going so slowly about it. The mid respawners are going to be coming in. Dombasek bombing in early. Ooh. The force is out from McVities. What was this used to? It seemed a bit...
they're just walking. I mean, fortunately, they did not heal a scout while they were backing out, so Shay was very, very slow when backing away from all of that chaos. They do find the medic, however, so enough rope was given, but there's a scout on last. He's actually even toying with them. He stepped off for a moment. It just keeps happening, these back caps.
Yeah, I guess McVities had a plan all along. Doesn't matter that the Ubers weren't really in their favor on that one. They've got another way to win the round. Very, very slow kind of reaction from Fine Christians to get out onto second after that weird Uber came out from McVities, and I guess someone slipped through the cracks.
Yeah. Naj setting up some nice starting damage, all things considered, going into this mid. But it's always these double soldier bombs coming out from McVities. I see one soldier going in, laying out some damage groundwork, but the follow-up is coming in quick and fast finally from McVities, and it's a bit devastating here. They do lose both medics on both squads, so it's going to be a somber sort of mid, but I think it's going to be going towards the way of McVities.
Yeah, everyone just got too obsessed with Whip being behind there at the end. They went to fight the soldier who can just shoot the ground in the choke and kill 2 people instead of walking forwards and fighting the others on mid. So McVities come out on top once again. Whip with another very impactful mid, getting all the way in behind and just finding free rockets into the back of a medic, as he so often has been doing today.
Yeah, the soldiers are, oh, nice little rocket. Oh, it does crater, however. Cool will. And Swayze still getting brave with it, going across his plate, fighting from the point. A scout completely did not get a memo that they're backing out here. That was regen. So now that they're back at last, they've got nothing quite set up for them. And a couple of respawners still waiting to come back here. I think they can keep pushing here, even despite not having an Uber. Not quite the rocket.
So close, so close. That second rocket could have been a bit better, and that would be the kill. But the first one was impressive to get the direct onto Ches.
Well. How on earth?
I didn't notice.
How? I mean, does you get land ping from Spy?
Yeah, maybe they.
Well. I mean, I hope you like security cameras, because we've got a very, very secure camera here in that last point.
This is...
I want to talk more about him, but I also don't want them to hear.
They are so close to us, but he is on the barrels now, getting ready. There's a distraction coming in.
It's impossible to decloak, really.
Yeah.
You need a lot of noise generated.
You want to decloak further towards the spawn, but there's a sniper right there.
Yeah, and also your engineer, you have... he's not aware. He gets the stab. He waits for the stab. The confidence from this man.
Yeah, and does get the drop as well. McVities now looking like they are going to be taking this one in the driver's seat. They use the Uber in straight away, get the Naj down, they get Shadow down. The Heavy isn't going to be able to do much. Now it's just 2 left alive. Ches on the respawn. Can we get the 1v6 med clutch? No.
All right, this is looking like a strong cushion, a very, very tidy game.
4 minutes to get the comeback. 2
of those rounds were kind of gimmies, you know, back caps, all that jazz. But 2 rounds, these are like very clean now, very earned.
Yeah, and McVities have just been by and large better on the mids, so we need to see Fine Christians have a flawless mid fight this time and for the next 3 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, crazy things have happened.
To do it.
Very nice start. That's the heals taken out, and Dom is still there to contribute to the rest of his squad. He does go down, but that's one more bit of attention taken away from them. they're still laying some good pressure. Tob is playing the force of nature. He is not a believer, I think.
Yeah, he's on the silly weapon we've lost already, Coke. We weren't even trying. I was using force of nature.
Yeah, how dead would this soldier be if he just had a regular scattergun?
Well, they've like kind of won the mid. They've won 30% of it. They just need to remember to capture the rest. Whip's made his way in behind. They're so terrified of him.
They're not even capturing, you're right. So that maybe that's even more damning and telling of the points left. But you know, late funny kill.
Yep. Now with a 1-for-1 trade on mid, they're also getting Pascal there in the elbow. They can win mid, but I think they've just been too slow about it.
I like Naj's play here, trying to cut them off around that big door area. I mean, they don't quite have the Uber charge left, so I don't want him to congregate here for long. It's either like you find a pick pretty early on with this big door play, or you kind of get out at this point. But then again, it's hard to kind of constitute what's a real play and what's a fake play at this time.
Yeah, let's do some rate the skins. Maybe this can be like a bit for
Please
marketplace.
God, no. Please God no. I would rather rate the networking for Draytech than I would do for marketplace and their skins.
Not a fan of the isotope unusual.
You know that when hats first dropped, I was actually actively deleting my hats.
Oh my God, that's...
Yeah, I deleted my miner's light.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a brave protest against the...
Take that, Valve.
Yeah, microtransaction era.
Yeah. I mean, Tom is actually making things work. How far do you just call it a gimmick and then you just call it a thing?
Yeah.
Zeno somehow behind, getting shot from by the medic. That's going to make a great clip. These are all very questionable clips. I wonder if Beta does take context into his clips.
Definitely not. There's clips of off-classing.
I've seen pre-game clips get in before. You know that like really big, I think massive air shot by Alfie. It was like on a separate map in a pre-game, like on CP Orange or something. Still made it into all the frag videos.
Let's see, can Fine Christians get the pity round? They do have an advantage. Shadow's trolling on Spy. This is their time, if ever, to get it.
You know when you're crouching and you're moving forward with that watch, does it actually make it tick down slower, or would you have got there?
It goes down very, very slightly if you're crouching and using it, but in comes the Uber.
Yeah, but surely the distance is less covered. Okay, anyway, Tob not really finding the force or the nature.
They find 0 frags, but find the cap.
Yeah,
both of those rounds, McVities have just forgotten to stand on
we're
point.
all in Banny mode right now. We're all leaning back and we're just kind of basking, enjoying the video game.
All right, pick a POV, Turbo. Let's do a demo review of this last.
Zeno, I am a big fan of your point of view. Let's see what you've got cooking, good sir. So, a fine rollout. Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh God. I do not recommend. If he killed himself on the sticky there, I think I would just start clapping.
And the other demo did the exact same.
Yeah, they bumped each other in the thing. Frag clips, denied.
Nice try, nice try. I'd rate
it
6 out of 10.
This is what we call like an enigma. You know, when you just start pulling out the heavy weapons guy, denying them. The drum kit. Okay, 3, 2, 1. That sums up the game quite nicely. What a joke. It had the telltale stories and then like the lack of ending.
Yeah, it had some. It was a real game for some points of time.
A Game of Thrones TF2 wise.
Yeah.
You know, that's a really nice start in the beginning. Really interesting twists and turns. What's going on with the end?
If only that pre-start as well had counted, then we would have had the saw kill, the sword attempted kill, everything else.
It's just those, I think those back caps kind of take out the wind of the sails of Fine Christians. Otherwise, they had a game on their hands, and I was seeing some good moments from them. I'm seeing mistakes from McVities, but also bad moments from Fine Christians and good moments from McVities.
And good. Speaking of having a game on our hands, there's one game left in the day. And I believe it's a big one. I believe it's going to be Tony Resort versus Witness, so it should be a super interesting
one. Supposed first seed versus second seed here at the LAN.
Yep.
I know, we saved the best one for last to keep you baited into watching the stream. So don't go anywhere. I've been Totaz, with me has been Bum, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon.